All right, top 5 supports Mario. Um, yeah. Yeah. Yo, what is going on today, YouTube? Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Today, we're doing the top 5 supports. It's not going to be assassins or guardians or mages. It's just going to be the top supports in the game. I'll talk about why they're good, what makes them good in the meta, any items you specifically need, and then also the starter on top of it. So I'll give you a little bit of information of what to do with the character on top of why the character is so good. Let's go with number 5. Number 5 is going to be Kyri. In the current meta, Kyri is a fine support. He has some pretty clear weaknesses where he is not a great solo frontlining support, but with how these solo mages play, it kind of allows them and the assassin to play a little bit more wild, and you aren't required to be the frontliner then. If you have one of them just willing to go in, doesn't even need to be like a tank. You're fine as a tank. You can tank the objectives. You can tank Phoenixes. You just can't really solo dive frontline in team fights, and that's fine as long as your jungle and solo go in. That's why it's kind of like it's a tough 5 because I think the top 4 are a lot more obvious, but I think he is a nice 5. Compassion still 100%. The rest of it, Thebes perfect, Bridwin fine, Breastplate's fine. Binding if you need a little bit extra. Pen shred always gonna be good. My only thing with Kyri currently is the double backline relics of the past, like Med and Shell, I don't think is that great. I really think the Relic Dagger into Objective Burn Relics, or I mean, yeah, Objective Burn Relics are just very good. So like a Frenzy, and then you can have one backline. Maybe you want Med. I think this is fine as your 2 relics, or like Sprint and Frenzy is another thing you could do. Is it not called Sprint? Oh my goodness, I didn't even know. Heavenly Wings. But yeah, backline relics, Frenzy and Relic Dagger is a really good combo right now. Because 50 seconds off your relic. This also goes down to, I think it's 90 seconds, or sorry, it's 110 seconds. So this goes all the way down to 1 minute. You can literally Frenzy at a Fire Giant, and then Frenzy on a Phoenix, and then Frenzy at another Phoenix, and then Frenzy at another Phoenix, and it's just perma up. And you can just force stuff like that. So yeah, Kyri, nice spot right now. Number 4, gonna be Ganesh. Kind of in the same situation as Kyri, as he's more of a backline, but he allows you to kind of play a little bit more aggressive because of his ultimate. But he is still going to be a compassion support. Thebes, 100%. Can both him and Kyri stack cloak? Yes. Is it worth it? No. Just go Thebes. It's much better spike early game. Allows you to be tankier earlier. Actually, on Ganesh, I think you can pretty easily go double stacking. I think both going cloak into Thebes is really nice, and then it allows you to go maybe a power item third, kind of like the Charon build. But Compassion, Thebes, and then something like Sov, just as the first 3 items. This gives you good physical, good magical, good health, and then a Relic Dagger. You will see Relic Dagger in every single build in support. The extra 10 seconds you get off of relics just makes this item worth even more, where it was worth something because of just how strong relics were. But now this just allows you to force even more often. And then same thing with Frenzy. I'm going to have Frenzy probably in all of these also because Frenzy is just so strong right now. Spirit's Robe, if you need a little bit of survivability, something like that. But Ganesh, number 4, in a very good spot. Number 3, it's going to be Fafnir. And if we're talking about frenzying on objectives, who else than Fafnir on these objectives? Fafnir's a pretty easy bracer frenzy god. He's also a frontlining support instead of a backline support, so you have this opportunity to tank. Either Sentinels or Warflag. I think Warflag just has a ton of value, but if you're comfortable with Warflag on or Sentinels on Fafnir, feel free. Thebes, and then obviously Shogun's here. And then I would just go Emperors, and I would do this build literally every game. And then obviously War Banner upgrade. Literally every game you could build this. Relic Dagger here. Actually, I'd probably go Relic Dagger before the Emperors, now thinking about it. just to get your objectives or your relics up for objectives even more. But this is like a 5 item on Fafnir, and then whatever you want 6th. Insane. You'll blow up objectives. You have good engage. You can kind of frontline. You're not like a great solo tank. You're not like... Actually, we'll talk about solo tanking when we get to number 1 or number 2. So, but he's a fine solo tank. Really easy to pull objectives. Fine laning phase. Very hard to punish. But Fafnir, number 3. And number 2, speaking of solo tanking in the meta, Charon. What an incredible character when it comes to solo tanking. Cloak, first item on him, and then the Thebes as a first 3 items. I think this is utterly insane. I would actually even delay this Deso to there. Like that. And then obviously, what are we building? Frenzy. And Bracer. And then just like that, you're kind of like Fafnir, except slightly worse off objectives, but a better solo frontliner, better just God overall currently. Fafnir is a strong solo frontliner, but when a lot of your strength comes into your transformation and then you're forced into transforming before a fight, it makes solo frontlining a little weird because you either have to set up being a solo frontliner before a fight and be in dragon form, or you have to turn into dragon form as the fight is happening, and then there's risk of you not being able to frontline or your team getting dove and you're not ready. So that's a little bit of his weakness. Charon, though, always ready to fight. Very good neutral character. And when I say neutral character, I mean 5 players staring at each other. Nobody's dash taunting. They're just staring and poking and trading and stuff like that. He's incredible at that because he's got good poke and he's got a shield that he can proc very easily. And dash is quick. So Charon, number 2. But number 1, to nobody's surprise, Athena, a dominant right character. We will do this, though, just to make sure it is known. Relic Dagger here. Binding later, if you'd like it. And then, obviously, we are going Frenzy. Second Relic doesn't matter for Athena. I don't think she's a great Bracer character. Ankh is fine. Horrific's fine. Sunder's fine. Bracer is fine if you want to go Bracer. I don't think I'd go Med. But there's a lot of opportunities for what you can go in your second Relic for Athena. But, I mean, I could talk to you for days about what she does so well currently. She's a very good solo frontliner, I guess I could start with. Really good engage character, easy to play around. Good global, so if your one lane is getting dominated, you can help them out. Yeah, I mean, there's so many things you can say about Athena. She's in an incredible spot, and there's a reason why she's the number 1 support in the game. But yeah, that is the top 5. I hope you guys' Thanksgiving was good. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you guys again next time. Peace.